Hi guys, this is Brad Lincoln from Pathway to Oz, and today we're going to take a bit of a dive into some of the requirements for the student visa, but these are not the stock standard student visa requirements. These are for people who are looking to add dependents to their student visa. So for example, if you're looking to add a partner, husband, wife to your student visa, if you've got kids and you want to add them to your student visa, I'm going to run down and just give you a sort of an idea on the basic process of this and what's required, because a lot of people tend to think that it can be very simple, which it generally is if you've got all the information at hand. But the big thing I want to get across is the extra cost involved in going down this path, because it can be quite expensive depending on how many people you are looking to add to your visa. It's not impossible, but what it can do, and what I've seen happen a lot, is people will watch our videos and look at our information on our website and things like that and be really pumped and really excited to come out here to Australia on a student visa, which is great. And they look at wanting to bring their family out, and we have to have a really long conversation about the costs involved in that. What seems like a very achievable pathway for a single individual student, which it is, turns into a very lengthy and expensive pathway for a whole family. So this is just to give you guys an understanding about this and what is required and the costs involved. Okay, so let's start with the easy stuff in terms of the visa charges. An individual applicant applying offshore in Australia would be looking at paying around $650 for their student visa to the Australian government. To then add a dependent onto that visa over the age of 18, so in this case we're talking about a partner, you're looking at an additional cost of around $485 for that person. And for any person or dependent under the age of 18, so obviously we're looking at your kids here, you're looking at around $160 per child to be added onto that visa application. So in the big scheme of things, that side of it, not too expensive, and probably pretty much what you might have thought would be the costs involved. Now, for dependent education, okay, now this is something that comes up a lot, obviously, when going down this path for adding a family to the one individual student visa application, is your children, if they are of school age, must be enrolled in an Australian education facility. I do get asked a lot, can students be homeschooled? Simple answer, no, you can't. If you're bringing school age dependents, they must be enrolled in an Australian school. Okay, so we're talking public school, public primary school, high school, religious-based schools, and there's a number of different private schools as well, just like any other place in the world, that offer education to the kids. Now, the big part of it is the cost, okay? There's no subsidies. There's nothing like that really available for the dependents of international students. So if you are looking to enroll your kids in school per child, you're going to be looking at anywhere from around $8,000 to $10,000. Now this is dependent on the type of school you pick and the grade level or year level that that student's going into. Generally, the older they are, the more expensive. The basic rule of thumb, it tends to go up a bit every single year. Now when it comes to the visa application, you do need to show proof that you have got these children enrolled into school prior to lodging that application. Okay, so this is generally going to be like a COE or a confirmation of enrollment letter or something along those lines. Now most schools are going to require at least probably the first semester, so the first 6 months, to be paid in full and upfront for each child. Okay, and last and not least, guys, the health insurance. Now this is where most families and even dependents with just a partner really see it as quite a big shock and a difference from an individual student. Now, to give you an idea, I'm going to base this off a 2-year program because it just seems to be our most common. You're going to be looking at around $1,100 for a partner. So you and your husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend, you're going to be looking at around $7,000 to $8,000 for that same cover, okay, for 2 years. Now, for a family, okay, guys, brace yourself because it does jump up by quite a bit here. If you are bringing a partner and a child, now this is the funny thing with the health insurance for a family. It doesn't matter if you've got 1 child or if you've got 6 children, it's still going to be the same, okay? Now, it's going to range for a 2-year course anywhere from the $15,000 to $20,000 mark, depending on the provider you select. Now, please remember that these are all costs that need to be paid prior to you lodging the visa application. So it's not like the courses where you can pay them off monthly or anything like that. If you're coming out here to study for 2 years, and you're wanting to bring your family with you, you're going to need to set aside at least 15 or 20 grand just to cover your health insurance. Okay, so it is big dollars, and it does come as quite a big shock to people who have not really explored this too much. But this is the whole purpose of the video, so you guys don't get too many surprises. And if you are researching this sort of thing, please remember, Pathway Towards is always here to help with finding the right courses at the right price and working with you to find the most achievable program for you and your goals. Whether that's you coming out as an individual, bringing your family later on, or bringing the whole family together, will help you find a solution. So guys, this video, I hope you found informative. I know there's probably some pretty shocking numbers in there, but hopefully you liked it, and speak to you again soon. Thanks.